The canal was dug from the stone that you see on the side here.
The canal runs over 300 miles from Albany to Buffalo and Lake Erie. And boats traveling on the canal need to be elevated 575 feet from the level of the Hudson River up to the level of Lake Erie.
The Erie Canal was completed in 1825.
It took 50,000 men 8 years to dig the whole entire Erie Canal.
This is the town of Waterford, where the Erie Canal begins. Behind me is the Hudson River, where boats would come in from New York City. They would unload their cargo onto barges that would travel through the Erie Canal to Buffalo. Mules like this would walk on the towpath to pull the barges.
Behind me is lock number 2, which is the first lock on the Erie Canal.
First, the travelers would go up a series of 14 to 15 locks to reach Schenectady, which was 210 feet above their starting point on the Hudson River. Then they went up another 18 to 20 locks for an additional elevation of 115 feet to reach Little Falls.
The original canal was 4 feet deep and 40 feet wide. In the 1840s, they took it from 4 feet deep to 7 feet deep and 40 feet wide to 80 feet wide. Behind me is a towpath that the mules would use to pull the barge. I got a mule and her name is Sal.
15 miles on the Erie Canal.
A team of mules could pull a barge about 15 miles.
At that point, the barge would pull over to a resting area, and a second set of mules that was riding on the back of the barge would get traded out with the first set, and the barge would continue on.
These are the cuts from the rope that the mules used to carry the barge.
After Little Falls, travelers used more locks to go up another 100 feet to reach Rome, New York, which was the midpoint of their journey.
Behind me are 2 lift bridges, which would lift for the boats so they could pass by.
Each lift bridge had its own dedicated operator who raised and lowered the bridge for the barge traffic.
From Rome, travelers actually had to go down 60 feet to reach Lake Oneida, and then cross the lake, and go up another 110 feet to reach Rochester.
Here we are traveling down 2 sets of locks to a lower elevation.
The water flows out of lock, we sink down to the next level.
The boat in the other lock is rising up, as the water flows from the upper lock to the lower lock.
The boats pass each other in the middle when both locks are at the same level.
From Rochester, they went up another 50 feet through another series of locks. Now the construction team planned to go straight into Lake Erie, but they discovered they were still too low in elevation. So they built the flight of 5 locks to ascend the last 50 feet and establish the town of Lockport to maintain the locks.
To the original flight of 5, the famous flight of 5. Now there were 5 chambers. Each chamber would have taken you up 10 feet for a total of 50 feet.
This is the flight of 5 locks at the end of Erie Canal.
This is lock 67, where the flight of 5 locks begins.
As we enter the first lock, the giant doors close behind us.
We're inside one of the Erie Canal locks.
Once we are sealed inside the lock, water rushes in at a tremendous rate and fills the lock with water like a giant bathtub, lifting the boat to the next level.
Now we're in the second lock.
Once inside the second lock, the doors close and the process begins again, with water rushing in to lift us to a higher level.
This is lock 71, one of the last locks of the Erie Canal.
Beyond here is Buffalo and Lake Erie. The Erie Canal was a huge financial success, with the cost of shipping a ton of cargo falling from $100 before the canal to about $10 with the new canal. By charging a small toll of about 1 penny per mile, New York paid for the canal in just 2 years.
Most importantly, the Erie Canal opened up the West by creating easy, safe access to the Great Lakes in the country's Midwestern river system. It marked the beginning of the Great Westward Expansion.